What's up everybody? Today we're going to unlock all the ICA Facility challenges. This will include Freeform Training, the Einarsson Inception, the Final Test, and the Snorasson Ascension. Let's get into it. For step 1, we're going to grab all the items from the wooden crate. And we're going to throw a coin at the wooden box to distract Terry Norfolk. This should unlock the spare change challenge for us. Once he stops walking, throw another coin at the crate behind the abandoned building and wait for him to investigate. The reason we're doing this is so we can take his disguise and we can go attend the private meeting with Calvin Ritter to do a few other challenges. So now that we have the disguise, let's head towards the ship and go up the gangplank. Take it right and go up the stairs. And go straight ahead and climb through the window into Calvin's office. Now what we're going to do is put a remote explosive on the vase. The reason we're doing that is for the Pay That Stuntman a Bonus challenge. And now we're going to go talk to Calvin Ritter to get him to come to the meeting.
Mr. Ritter, I'm Terry Norfolk.
Mr. Norfolk, we meet at last. So good of you to fly down. Shall we?
Lead the way.
Jeez, keep your voice down.
Why?
Once he stands in front of the desk, the private meeting challenge should pop for you. After that, just drop a save.
No, but something work-related.
Now we're going to step away from the vase and detonate the remote explosive. That should give you Pay That Stuntman a bonus. Now let's reload that save.
Almost had it.
This time we're going to use fiber wire on Calvin Ritter instead. That should give us the classic Hitman challenge. Drag his body through the bedroom and dump him in the closet for the cleaner challenge as well. And that's the end of step 1. Let's move on to step 2. After loading in, let's just pick up the lockpick and go straight to the metal gate on the right hand side. I'm gonna pick the lock and then board the yacht. The first challenge we're gonna do is the over here challenge. So turn on this generator and move behind these boxes. We're gonna wait for him to investigate, and that should make over here pop for us. Wait for him to turn on the generator and subdue. Let's pick up his weapon and take his disguise. Drag his body into the closet. And now we're going to do the something out of place challenge, which we do by having a guard find a gun. So we're going to wait for this guard to move left, and we're going to place the weapon on the floor. Let's retrace our steps, and we can do the security bypass challenge, which all you have to do for that is wear the security disguise and go up the gangplank. Mr. Norfolk.
Security detail rules, yeah.
Security bypass should have popped for us. Now we're going to do only use in emergency situations, which is to drop the life raft on Calvin Ritter. So we're going to move up here to the helipad and just stand right here, pull out our gun, and we have a bit of a wait, so let's skip ahead. Okay, so around 240 you're going to want to drop a save. And that's just because it can be tricky to get the timing right. So once we've got our aim in place on the bottom board, let's watch the map and wait for Calvin to get clear of the white square. And once he is, we shoot and he's dead. Now let's start step 3. We're going to restart for the last time, grab the lockpick, walk over to the gate, open said gate, and board the yacht Now this time we're not going to turn on the generator, we're just going to walk past the guy guarding near here and wait for the security guard on the other side of this door to move to the left. Once he does so, we can go out and go into this room on the right to pick up the crew disguise for the join the crew challenge. So that should pop for you. Now go out this door and move to the right, pick up the Semitic poison, and we should get stored securely. Now let's go upstairs, go left here, move through the crowd, and go up the stairs again. Circle back on ourselves, and we'll be able to see Calvin's drink here on this table. So let's just poison that. It's not suspicious because we're wearing the right disguise. And now we wait. So let's go into this toilet here. And when Calvin Raider drinks from the glass, we should get not for human consumption. And once he eventually comes into this toilet, we can climb out of the closet, close the door, and drown him in the toilet. And we should get the ironic challenge pop for us. Now those are all the challenges in Freeform Training, so let's just hide his body in this closet. And we can start making our way to the exit. Just climb down here, go down these stairs. Walk past Mr. Norfolk. Oh no, he's not there. So that's Freeform Training done. Next up, the Einarsson Inception. So at the start, run to the secluded area on the left. Jump over the wall and subdue the guard. Let's take his disguise, and no one comes around here so we can leave his body. Let's run forward and go through the bay door.
Have a nice day.
Just keep running forward, and we're gonna go upstairs so we can get the kitchen knife. So let's nosy on into the kitchen, crouch, and pick up the knife. It's a suspicious action, so you don't want to let him see it. And let's retrace our steps back downstairs and go through the right to avoid the enforcer. So let's go over here and knock him out. And we're gonna drag him over here, closer to the closet, because sometimes the NPCs can hear when you throw a knife at him and come downstairs. And let's just throw a knife at him. So that's the target killed, and we can put him away now. Alright, round 2. So let's do the exact same thing by moving over to the left excluded area. Climb over the wall. Knock out the guy. Take his disguise. And this time there are cameras around the map, so let's get our pistol out. Aim for the camera above the loading bay. And shoot that. If you see bullet impact notice, just restart the mission. The enforcer will probably see it. So shoot this camera as well. And then we don't have to worry about cameras for the rest of the mission. We're going to do it exactly like we did in the last mission. So go through this door, crouch down, pick up the knife, put it away, stand back up, and retrace our steps.
Here, it's okay.
Move through the door to the right. And this time the guard's moving away, he's in a different position, so let's just pick up this fire extinguisher so we can knock him out a bit quicker than subduing him.
Good to see you, sir.
And let's knock him out. Those 2 seconds would save a speed run and give someone the world record, so it's imperative that you have that fire extinguisher. No, not really. But yeah, let's just throw this knife at the guy again, dump his body in the closet, and we'll head back to the end. Alright, so starting again. We now have to take out Terry as well, so let's use the same technique we did to lure him in for the spare change challenge. Ba, ba, ba. And let's throw this coin at the box again. Now he doesn't much care for that coin, so let's throw another. God damn it, Terry. Come on, man. Okay, so he's coming around. Let's subdue him. And then just leave his body here. Don't do anything with it. And let's go carry on with our normal scheduled things. So subdue this guy. Take his disguise. And rinse and repeat.
Good day to you, sir.
Is it really? Now instead of heading to the end, we've got to go get the yacht crew disguise. And that's the condition for killing Terry. We've got to be wearing the yacht crew disguise. So let's head back to where Big Boy T is knocked out unconscious, waiting for us. So back through the loading bay, through the secluded area, and we can go through this gate ahead of us. Just open that. Let's snap his neck. That didn't sound good. And let's head to the end. In this level, more people see through our disguise, but let's just use the same strategy and we'll be fine. Let's move on to the final level of the Einarsson Inception. Just the same strategy again. So that was all the challenges and escalations on this yacht map. Now we can move on to the final test, and we're going to do the hardest thing first, which is suit only silent assassin. So let's go.
The final
At the start, go over to the fence on the left, pick up the hammer, and jump over the fence. Run through to the bushes, run through the bushes, and climb in through this window. You can run on this difficulty, they never turn around, only on Master do they turn around. So we're just going to keep wanting to run through these bushes and circle around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. So let's move behind this guard and climb up this pipe. And we can climb out onto this ledge. And move past these windows. Be careful not to press the button to climb in the windows. I will admit that I did it a few times when practicing this run. So let's shimmy along here and climb in through the window. We're going to use one of the game's mechanics called the peekaboo technique, where if someone sees you trespassing and you break the line of sight when the suspicion meter is at about 70, then they'll come and investigate your last known position. So we're going to move over to the right hand side to cut the line of sight when the suspicion meter is about 70. You can see that question mark's appeared over his head and he's going to come investigate. Hug this wall. Close the door. And now we can kill Jasper by knocking him out with the hammer and snapping his neck.
Now head towards an exit.
So we're also getting hammer time in this challenge as well. Throw the hammer out there to distract the guard downstairs. Yeah, we're getting hammer time in this mission, which is only using the hammer, never changing your disguise, it's never picking up another weapon, and killing Jasper Knight. So let's shimmy back along here. Climb down the pipe. The hammer we threw out the window distracted the guard under us, because he can sometimes see us moving along the ledge. And let's just retrace our footsteps back to the start. Don't worry about that guy. Just keep moving, just keep moving. And now we can just run back to the start and we're pretty much home free now. So that'll be pseudo-only silent assassin, tactical turtleneck, master assassin, and hammer time as well.
Congratulations.
So with all the hard stuff over with, let's start looking at getting the remaining challenges on the final test. Let's start again, and first off, let's head to the gap in the fence and jump over. This time, wait in the bushes for the mechanics to stop talking. We're gonna wait so we can take out the security guard and take his disguise for the security breach challenge. So as soon as you see that mission story revealed, throw the coin. Should have plenty of time.
Hey, you hear me? We might have some disturbance.
Okay, so once that that mechanic's walk past, we can take out this guard, drag his body and dump him in the crate, and take his disguise. Now we're gonna do the slideshow challenge, which is picking up the slides that are at the front desk. But first, let's climb through this window. And we're gonna wait for this enforcer to turn around and pick up the vodka bottle that's on that table. After that, go out the door, tuck yourself in the corner, pull out your pistol, and shoot the wall for a bullet distraction. And the guy won't see you pick up the slides. So I'll come out these doors, drop a save point in the first slot, and shoot the light above Jasper. A light headache should pop, reload the last save, shoot him in the head for indiscriminate security, and reload the save again. Now we're gonna run all the way through this door here and pick up the wrench and then climb out the window. Take a right and let's turn off the generator. So lights go out and turn it back on. So we don't have to wait for him to. And we're gonna wait for him to come here, knock him out, drop his body in the container, and take his disguise for the armed insurrection challenge. So once he's walked past, knock him out. Drag his body and dump it here. Take his disguise. Now we're gonna drop a save in the first slot, pick up his gun, and now we're gonna head upstairs. So back through the window, take a left, and go up these stairs.
So Knight killed the guy.
While we're in the office, we're also gonna drop another save in the second slot. So come out here. We're gonna do the To Fallen Comrades and Nash. I probably butchered the pronunciation there. Come into the war room, go into the toilet, pick up the emetic the emetic rat poison, and tamper with the chessboard. Alright, now put the vodka on the tray, and we should get Nash Studded-Olf. I'm just gonna keep saying it, it's gonna keep sounding horrible. Alright, so now we've just gotta wait for the colonel to move towards the toilet. So first Jasper and his guard are gonna leave and go stand under the light that we dropped on him. And then the colonel's going to take some time reading his books or reading his letters, whatever he does here, and then he'll go to the toilet. At the point that he goes to the toilet, we're going to poison the left-hand glass because that's the one Jasper drinks from. And I'll be setting up another challenge. So now that the colonel turns away, let's poison the drink and drop a save in the third save space. Okay, now let's follow the colonel into the toilet and knock him out and take his disguise. When you put on his disguise, you are the colonel now should pop. Okay, now we're going to do final terms, which is the mission story, and we do that by getting Jasper to follow us into the radio room when dressed as the colonel. Can't speak today. Let's just get him to follow us. Take him further and further away from his chessboard. How cruel we are.
Comrade.
Okay, and final term should pop for you then. So let's reload that third save slot. And now we're going to do sweeping snow in Siberia, which is being dressed as a guard and shooting Jasper with an assault rifle. So sweeping snow in Siberia should pop for you. Let's load the third save slot. Now we've just gotta wait for Jasper to drink from his poison glass. After that he'll be sick and go into the toilet, and sick to his stomach should pop for us.
Yes, just the move I was contemplating. I appreciate the gesture, friend, but one genius is more than enough. Why on earth didn't I think of that?
So get ready. This is it. He's gonna drink his glass. Feel a bit sick to his stomach should pop. He'll come into this toilet, and then we can drown him in the toilet for the Drowning His Sorrows challenge. So we'll just wait here, like we're doing hammer time all over again.
Okay, then.
Close the door, and when he gets close enough to the toilet, we'll drown him. And that's the last challenge we'll have to do on this side of the map. Okay,
Now head towards an exit.
so now let's load that second save where we're inside the office. And let's go put the slides onto the projector for the safe conduct challenge. Let's go out the door, close the door, knock out this guy. We're gonna drag his body and dump him in the container. Sometimes there's a guard up those stairs, but he's generally blind. Alright, so take that weapon so the colonel doesn't see it when he comes out here. And let's just go upstairs to get the upstairs area for the Discover Cuba challenge. Okay. Now we've got quite a wait, so we're gonna skip ahead and wait for the target to go to the projector and see the slides. Looks like he is now, but he's gonna walk away. Okay.
Good grief.
So once his bodyguard comes past this wall
It'll do the trick.
and turns his back, we can flip the switch on this power
We launch her into space, then
thingy. Let's drop a save in the second slot. Once the colonel walks towards us and turns his back, we should be able to flip the switch and kill Jasper.
Engineering.
Only one way to find.
Target down. You did
So that's
it.
him dead
Now head
for
towards
the
the
a
next.
slide mistake. Now we're just going to reload that save. And instead of killing him ourselves, we're going to wait for the colonel to do it. So instead of flicking the switch, we're just going to walk away, take a brisk stroll, and wait for the colonel to kill Jasper.
Wiring could be the power switch. Well, I'm minored in engineering. One way to find out is easy as pulling on the load.
So once the colonel kills Jasper, death by proxy should pop for us.
Target down. You did it. Now head towards an exit.
Alright, now let's load the first save. And we can do the final challenges for this mission. So climb in through the window, leave the gun this time, go to the door to the right, go straight ahead and into the locker room, take a left and pick up the airplane mechanic disguise. Now we're going to go out these double doors and enable the ejector seats on the plane by using the wrench here, which is why we picked up the wrench a bit earlier in the run. Go around the plane, read the safety protocols for the fast and low challenge. And now we're going to go get Jasper to run through the safety procedures with him that the mechanics were talking about at the start of the mission. So once we complete this challenge, we should get safety first and all of the mission stories for the ICA facility unlocked.
We gotta go over the safety protocol. Follow me, please.
Ugh. Must we really?
So get him to follow us. He gets stuck on things very easily, so make sure he's quite close behind you.
Okay, tonight. Find
So
the company.
initiate the safety procedures. And just run through this with him.
All right.
Keep pressing the buttons it tells you to press. And we should be
One step
golden.
at a time.
Step 1. Strap yourself in.
Okay. All strapped in.
Step 2. Locate the ejector seat handle.
Yes, found it.
Step 3. Pull the ejector seat handle.
Right. Here it goes. Pull.
Target down. You did it. Now head towards an
Awesome,
exit.
so those should pop for you. Let's head out the back gate just in case you haven't discovered this area yet. And Discover Cuba should have at least already popped for you. And if it hasn't already popped, it should have popped then. Okay, so let's retrace our steps back to the car. And we can make our escape. So that's it for the challenges on the final test. We've got one more escalation to do and then we're done with the ICA facility. Alright, so the escalation is the Snorasson Ascension and we've got to take out the colonel this time. So pick up the crowbar to the right of the start area, jump over the fence, and we're going to use a bullet distraction on the colonel to get him going upstairs. So jump over this fence, tuck yourself in the corner, get out your silver bowler, and shoot through the window at the roof. Make sure not to hit the fence, otherwise the guards nearby will come and investigate. So turn off the generator, turn it back on, come behind these wood planks, and wait for the guy to investigate. At the same time, the colonel should be going to investigate the bullet shot, and he will go outside to the balcony and then climb up to the roof. So let's knock this guy out. Take his disguise, leave his body. To be honest, we didn't have to hide his body before, no one ever comes here. And jump through the window, come up these steps. So you can see the colonel on the map is just leaving this room now and is about to start going upstairs. So just follow him. Man's the worst colonel ever. He's got no idea he's even being followed. Shameful. So just walk slowly and knock out this guard. And the colonel walks past him. Now shoot the colonel in the head. There we go. And let's dump this guy's body. And move the colonel a bit out of the way so that the guy can't see him. Make sure to take his gun as well. Alright, let's walk past this guy and we can just make our way to the exit to complete level 1. So that's level 1 done. Let's move on to level 2. Alright, so same thing again. Move to the right hand side and pick up the crowbar. Jump over the fence. And we're going to do the same thing again. So jump over this fence, tuck yourself in the corner, and shoot the roof through the window.
90 miles from US. CIA is hot and sealed, and his hands don't do shit. Some kind of
Turn off the generator, turn it back on, and wait for the guard to come investigate.
Just to him is like oxygen, alcohol. Does look concentrated. Yeah, that's orange juice. Trying to solve some chestnut. Apparently, it's late Russian
So this escalation is very much the same as the last one, with the added condition that we need to break into the safe and steal its contents. The safe is behind the desk where we poisoned Jasper's glass in the last challenges. This is twice now, come on. Come on, Colonel, you've been tailed twice and you haven't realized. So knock out this guy, kill the Colonel. And just so we don't have to bother with hiding the bodies, let's knock out this guy. Okay. Okay. Drop the coin right here, otherwise Jasper sometimes sees you break into the safe and that's just gonna stall him for a bit. Use the crowbar to open the safe. So now we can retrace our steps, go downstairs. Not really retrace our steps, we can just go back to the beginning.
You know that
Okay?
guy who flew in from Moscow?
You happy now?
He's the real
That's that one done. Now we're gonna go to the right hand side, take the crowbar, jump over the fence, and we're gonna take a bit of a different tack this time. So we need to kill Jasper's bodyguard while wearing an airplane mechanic suit. So we're just gonna go straight through here, jump through the window, go through the door to the right, and go into the locker rooms, pick up the airplane mechanic disguise and start wearing that.
Back home, this is Cuba. We got tons of rum, but vodka, military airfield.
I'm gonna head back. Back again. Go up the stairs.
Trying to solve some chest cover.
How's the mechanic today?
And we're gonna go straight to the war room this time. So go through here. Go into the bathroom. Throw the crowbar on the floor to distract Jasper's bodyguard. He'll come and investigate, and then we kill him. I'll shoot him in the head. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Dump his body in the container. Change into his disguise. Let's go break into the safe and take the vodka bottle. And now we can go get in place for the colonel. So instead of killing him on the roof, we're gonna kill him just as he leaves the door and goes out onto that balcony. So let's just wait behind the door. And when the colonel comes through and gets clear of the door, talk to the colonel to make him stop walking and then close the door. After that, we can assassinate him. So he's clear, we talk to him, close the door, shoot him in the back, he's dead, no one can hear a thing, and we can dump his body in the container here. And we're home free. Now we just escape. That's level 3 done. Let's move on to level 4. Okay, so level 4. Again, let's take a right, pick up the crowbar, jump over the fence, and make our way to the right-hand alley here. So jump over the fence again.
Playing chess at a time like this?
Jump through the window. Once again, we're gonna pick up the airplane mechanic disguise. So go through here, put on the disguise, and we're gonna repeat the steps from the last level.
Yeah, trying to solve some chess
Once again, making our way over to the war room. Go into the toilets, throw the crowbar at the floor, distract the bodyguard. He's gonna come over here. Close the door behind him, shoot him in the head, drag his body, dump him in the container, take his disguise. Now let's break into the safe. Open that bad boy up, take the vodka bottle. Now let's get in position for the colonel again. So again, wait here. Once he clears the door, we talk to him, close the door, shoot him in the back, drag his body, dump him in the container, and once again we're making our way to the exit. So that'll be level 4 of the Snorasson Ascension. So this last level of this escalation is the last thing we need to do for the ICA facility. And we can just redo the same strategy we've done for the last 2 levels of the escalation. So let's run over here, climb over the fence, run straight into the window. Guy's deaf, he can't hear us. Go right. Let's go pick up the airplane mechanic disguise.
That's what he said. Think he's back home? This is Cuba. We got tons of rum, but vodka.
Awesome. And we'll make our way back. Go up the stairs. I feel like all we've done is go up the stairs during this whole walkthrough. Alright, so let's make our way to the war room bathroom. here we can throw the crowbar. Get the dude to come investigate. I shouldn't just keep calling him the bodyguard. He's his own unique human being. Well, no longer a human being. I mean, I suppose, are you still a human being if you're dead? I don't know. Okay, so now we can break into the safe. Get the vodka bottle. Go out the door. And get into position for the colonel. And I've said those words way too many times this walkthrough. Okay, so he's gonna come out the door. As soon as he's clear of the door, once again talk to him, close the door, shoot him in the back. Drag his body, dump him in the container. And let's make our way to the exit. So if you guys have found this video at all helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the goodness. And I hope to see you in future. Okay, I started the whole speech way too early. I can go back and change it now, but I much prefer we just sit in silence for the end of the video.